Hello. Hi, it's Debbie from Fibro Natters here. Sorry, I'm having a lot of trouble with my camera this morning. This has taken me an hour to try and video. I don't know what's going on. We'll see. It'll either work or it won't. I am sorry I haven't been on for a few weeks. I was put on amitriptyline to deal with my tremors that I've been getting, and it absolutely wiped me out. So I decided a couple of days ago, that's it, I'm not taking it anymore. I went back down to my 30 milligram, which I've taken for years to prevent my migraines, and they've always done the trick. But obviously I'm really susceptible to drugs in the first place. So yeah, upping the amitriptyline didn't work with me at all. It didn't get rid of the tremors, and all it did was make me feel like a bloody zombie, a worse zombie than I already feel. So yeah, I binned that. I'm not having that. So I'm back. I've had a really good day yesterday. I'm having a good day today so far. It's now midday, I think. I've lost track of the time. Anyway, as promised, this is about claiming P.I.P. Not the ins and outs of it. I'm just here to give you a couple of practical tips to put in place so that when you finally sit down and have to feel that forming, or sit down and have a phone assessment with somebody, you're as prepared as you need to be, or as close to. It's such a stressful thing to have to do in the first place. We're overly stressed anyway because of our central nervous system, and to know that you've got to have everything in place and know all these answers that they ask you over the phone puts a lot of stress on you. I actually put it off for about 8 months before I finally actually took the plunge and put in for P.I.P. Because every time I thought about it, my central nervous system just went, and it was like, I can't do it. I just cannot do it. I just felt so overwhelmed by it all. And I hadn't really even looked into it properly. It was just the thought of having to answer all these questions. It's just a lot, you know? So if there's anyone out there, listen, do it, because it is so worth it. But try and put as much in place as possible before it actually happens. So one of my tips is obviously keep a pain diary. You log so much information in that diary, it's unbelievable. This is how I learned what was wrong with me in the first place. Actually writing all my symptoms down, how long they last, whether they came and went, how I felt mentally. Was I low? Was I hyper? Was I overwhelmed? Was I distraught? All these different things you write in your pain diary. And when you look back over the weeks, you realise how much information you've actually gained. So not only can you get all that information and take it to your doctor and say, look, this is what's going on with me. I think I have fibromyalgia, which I did, and it helped so much, honestly. I cannot tell you how much it helped me figure out firstly what was wrong with me, because the doctors didn't have a clue. I went to them with a list of symptoms. You all know how many different symptoms there are, and I don't even think I've had all of them yet. But I had enough that they all accumulated and attacked me at the same time. So I literally went to the GP and said, look, have I got fibromyalgia? And the doctor said, yes, I'm afraid you have. So the pain diary helped me immensely for that in the first place. It will help you immensely when you are claiming PIP, because you can take all that information that you had or you have and put it to paper and write notes. Write as many notes as you need to write. As soon as you want to claim PIP, they send you a form, so you're aware of what questions you're going to be asked, okay, before the assessment, basically. Their answers, their questions on the form are not full questions, basically. They ask you a very simple question so that you give a simple answer. But it doesn't work like that. Your answer has got to be so full of information, right down to the nitty-gritty, so that they are aware how much your life has been impacted by fibromyalgia or ME. And not only will your pain diary help you write the notes ready for your phone assessment, which is what they do now. I was on the phone with them for nearly an hour and it was hard. I literally did nothing for about 3 or 4 days before the assessment. I thought, conserve your energy, Debbie, you're going to need it. And I was right. So I spent a few days writing lots of notes. And on top of that, my husband Carl, again, dropped everything, took a day off work so that he was sat next to me while I was on the phone to the assessor. I put her on loudspeaker. Now, whoever you have with you is allowed to support you, but they are not allowed to put words in your mouth when you're answering a question. So Carl just basically sat and pointed to things and helped me find the relevant notes I needed. Luckily, I was having a really, really good day that day anyway. So that made a hell of a lot of difference. When you're having that phone assessment, I didn't do this, so I highly recommend it. When you're answering the questions, make it clear to them that you are able to answer those questions because you have spent months gathering information about your symptoms and what you're living with and how it's impacting on you. But on top of that, you've also written notes, loads and loads of notes, and you have all these notes sitting on the table in front of you so that it's helping you to answer these questions that the assessor is asking. So make it clear that's why you're able to answer the questions they're asking, because a lot of it is about brain fog as well, isn't it? So you have to try and process. I actually had to ask the assessor to, can they slow down? Can you speak slowly for me? Because it's hard for me to take in information. So make them aware of that. Make them aware that all your notes, the reason you're able to answer your questions clearly and fully is because you have your notes in front of you to help you, and whoever's sitting next to you, if you have someone there, to help you too. My second really good, I think, tip is, where's it gone? When I was looking into help myself to do it, I found the Brain Charity. Have a look online. I know it's probably back to front for you, but this is the logo. It's called the Brain Charity. Go on their website and look for filling in a personal independent payment form when you have a neurological condition. Okay? Everything you need to fill in your form, all the questions and answers are in this information here from the Brain Charity. You can go on their website, you can download it, and you can print it off as I have. So you can go through and you can make your notes at the side that you need to. You can highlight things that you need to. And it literally explains fully what those simple short questions are on your claims form. And they do, I personally think they do that on purpose, so that less people give a full and clear answer to their simple questions. So that way they don't get awarded PIP. So this is a huge tip. Go on the Brain Charity website and download the filling in a personal independent payment form when you have a neurological condition. Honestly, I cannot tell you how this has helped me. So yes, pain diary. If you haven't been keeping a pain diary, then I don't know, about 4, 5, 6 weeks before you put in for your claim, start writing notes about your day and how you're affected and how you can't do things, how you can't wash or shower every day. I do wash every day. Like, even right from the beginning, when I was on my knees, I still washed every day because I was buggered if I was going to give in to that. For me, personal care, as in washing and looking after your body, is high on my list of priorities. If you're caring for your body will care for you. So yes, I think I've covered everything, but I probably haven't. I've written all these notes and I haven't read any of them. This is all, on the fly with me. I used to just come on and talk and I never had notes at all. The last few videos I have started taking notes before I come on and talk to you. A lot of people have these, their speech or whatever it is, coming up on their phone so that they can read it. I tried it once, I didn't like it because it takes that, for me, I want to be as genuine as possible. I don't want to practice what I preach. Well, yeah, I am practicing what I preach. That's not what I mean. I don't want it to be fake or false, or I don't know. I just want to be on here talking as a normal person living with fibromyalgia and suspected ME. And I just want to talk to you guys out there that are also doing the same, that are also quite early on the path as well, that are just trying to figure it out. So I want to help others try and figure it out, and I want you to help me figure it out too. I don't know all the answers, so if you have anything to add, please let me know. Comment underneath. Come and see me on YouTube on our Fibro Natters channel. come and subscribe, because that way you won't miss out on any of the videos that I do. Apparently they're vlogs. I'm doing vlogs, apparently. I didn't realise, but that's what I'm doing. So yes, I not only talk about myself and my own experience, but also hopefully, like today, tips to help other people have a better and easier time with it all, because it's far from easy, isn't it? Yeah, I think I've covered everything. I've just thought of something else actually. Let them know that you have had to try and conserve your energy for days before your phone assessment. I personally, after that, I think it was about 50 odd minutes on the phone talking to the assessor, my speech had slowed right down. My brain had slowed right down. Like, you know, your brain just can't go for that long, can it? And your voice, my speech strained. I couldn't talk very well. So when I get tired, it's happening now. So oh my God, my speech slows down and it gets strained when I try and talk. So what I was going to say was, after my phone assessment, I crashed. I literally crashed for about just under 2 weeks, I think it was. That's how much it took out of me. Because it does. You take all that time gathering that information just for P.I.P. And not only have you been gathering all that information, you've then got to sit on a phone telling a stranger how useless you are. Because it is, like, this is how it makes you feel, doesn't it? It affects you emotionally, because you're sitting there asking for help. You're asking for help financially, because you're no longer able, in my case, to go out to work. You can claim P.I.P and work at the same time. So I know there are a lot of us out there that are still able to work so many hours a week and claim P.I.P, which is absolutely fantastic. I, on the other hand, cannot work presently, and I haven't been able to work for the last 17 months now. So this has been a long time coming. So yeah, all that comes to the fore, doesn't it? You have to sit there and go, well, no, I can't do that myself. I have to have help doing that. No, I can't cook a dinner anymore because I can't stand for very long. I forget to turn the hob on. I forget to turn the hob off. I forget what I'm doing. You know, you'll start doing 2 or 3 different things at once when you're trying to cook a meal. And in my case, I'm like, well, I'll try. Let me try, because I'm having a good day. Let me try. 5 minutes in, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I will sit at the table and peel vegetables for him to cook the dinner. And this is the majority of the time. Yes, I cook a meal very, very, very rarely. I can probably count on one hand how many times I've cooked dinner all the way through and dished it up. So yeah, it's really hard, not just sitting there telling a stranger that you're not able to do this and you can't do that, but also how much you rely on somebody else to do all those things for you. And it's hard, it's really tough, could sit there and say those things. But those things are true. They are genuine. And you genuinely need help financially. And on top of that, how many years have you worked? I worked over 30 years. Ever since my boys were, even when my boys were small, I worked. I used to clean, and I'd take them to my cleaning jobs with me during summer holidays or school holidays, and they'd sit there and they'd do some colouring or whatever while I cleaned the house, and then we come home. But yeah, you know, we've worked for so many years, and we've worked really hard, really hard. We are entitled to financial help if we are disabled, and we are disabled. Try not to feel bad about that. I tried to tell myself that, look, this is a stepping stone for me. Honestly, the weight that came off of my shoulders, not just because I'd finally sat down and I'd sorted P.I.P and I'd gone through the process of filling the forms in, sending them off, doing the phone assessment, and I won the award. Honestly, I cannot tell you how much weight came off me, because I finally had money coming into my bank account that was my money, that I was entitled to. And Carl hasn't got to pay for everything for me all the time, and I haven't got to ask Carl for money if I need stuff, and a lot of the time I didn't have to ask Carl. He'd just pay money into my account every month, which is, I'm getting emotional, which is something that most people would do that are in a relationship, or I'd like to think they would. So I was very lucky, and I am very lucky in that respect. But it still makes you feel really bad, because I felt I was not putting anything into our home anymore. And he was carrying the load for everything, and he's still carrying the load. But I haven't got to ask him to pay money into my account anymore. He hasn't got to pay that money in. So he can go to work, earn his money, and if he has got anything left after he's paid the rent and everything else, he's got his own money again. And that is huge to me. So big. So yeah, I am still getting them to reconsider the award, because I'm definitely entitled to full P.I.P. So I've started, so I will continue to fight for what I know I'm entitled to. So I'm wishing you luck, wish me luck too, and together we can have a better life, and start sharing the good stuff, because this is good stuff. Once you've been through it all and you've won your award, it's huge, it's fantastic. So I wish you all the luck in the world. If anyone can think of anything else that they can add to it, then please write in the comments. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel Fibro Natters, and then you'll be notified every time I make a video, and we can really get to know each other. I'm sending you love and healing as usual, and I will speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye.